Hello, everybody. We're going to get started in just a minute. Is there a way to pin the video so it's on me?
Carlton.
Right now it's on Andre.
It's on. Andre needs to turn off his video. So there must be some sound coming out of his while it's doing that, because it always goes to the person that's speaking.
Okay, so mute.
I don't know why that's happening. I'm off and I'm muted.
Okay.
Now it's on Leslie.
Yeah, Monica, you was highlighted on my computer.
Okay.
So I thought you were good.
Cool.
Yeah, you on mine as well. It's always been you,
Okay.
Monica. So.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, welcome everybody to the NFLPA Wellness Retreat. I'm so excited to have you all here for the Self-Affirmation workshop. So my name is Monica Reyes, and I'm a TEDx speaker. I am an awareness strategist. I'm also an attorney. I have quite an interesting story that I'll be sprinkling throughout the presentation today. And today we're going to be learning about self-affirmation and the power of words, the power of self-affirmation. And so this will be a 30-minute session. You will have 15 minutes at the end to ask any questions that you may have. So you can go ahead and put them in the chat. There is a Q&A function also that you can use. You can use either of those. And you are more than willing to put the question in, you know, as you hear it or as you feel it, as you experience it. And then, but I won't be answering them until the end of the presentation. All right. So I hope that you enjoy the presentation, and you will have an opportunity as well to write some things down. So if you have a journal or some paper and pen, go ahead and grab that now, because there will be, you might want to write down some of the affirmations that you see. Otherwise, you can also snap a picture of the screen, because I have some examples for you to take home and use. And then we're going to experience something at the end as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And you can also, the function that you can use up here is, you can also expand, pin me if you would like to keep using me, seeing me. All right, so self-affirmation workshop. So words have power. There is power in words. What you say is what you get, by Zig Ziglar. So the word affirmation literally means to make firm. And we live in a universe where words have power. Some people say that words cast a spell. They cast a spell when we say them, because words are a vibration. We are made, right? The universe has been proven by quantum physics that we live in a vibratory universe. And we send out signals. We send out signals to each other. 90% of all communication is nonverbal. And so some of the vibrations that we send out are through words, through emotions, through thoughts. And words specifically are very powerful. Even what you say to yourself, what you say out in the world is real, you know, based on the law of attraction, will create the reality that you see. And it's a very underestimated power that we have, which is why we're doing this workshop today, because this is going to specifically focus on the words that you tell yourself. And I'm going to tell you once we get into it, how to use them. And it's so funny because this weekend, you know, I used my own affirmations, and as I was using them in the moment, I thought of all of you as I was using them. I thought that was really awesome. And I love the way that the universe does that. All right. So my name is Monica Reyes, as I mentioned, and really I am here to remind you of your greatness. That is who I am. I work with leaders. I work with leaders like you, and I help them remember who they are. I help them remember and unlock their potential that they've got locked inside, that, you know, sometimes through our subconscious mind, when we are kind of like, we get hijacked by parts of us, fragments of us. And I'm here, I can usually see, that's my gift. I can see the unseen. I can see what you're not seeing, and I can see really the true you. And I help leaders rise to the occasion. All right. So let me see if I can move this. Oh, I'm trying to move my slide. So affirmations are words with intention. They are simple, they're positive, and they basically, what we do is we declare specific intentions in their completed states. So we don't say I wish, we don't say I want, we don't say I should, we don't say I have. Instead, what we do with affirmations is we state it as if it's already been completed. You are accepting the fact that something has already been completed. I am happy. So you are, in essence, you are experiencing what it means to be happy now, and that's the power of the affirmations. And so their meaning crystallize, and they really hold. They have power. They shape our beliefs. They drive our behaviors, and ultimately create our worlds. And you know, and so really, when we speak and when we hear them, we experience an emotional response, which is why they tend to be so powerful. And they also have profound effects on the conscious and unconscious mind. All right. Words are energy that materialize into results. So the powerful thing about affirmations are that, like I mentioned, that they're energy and they materialize into results. So here we have an example. There's a picture of an apple, one that looks ripe and delicious and ready to eat, and then the other one is rotten. There's actually an experiment that you can do, and that I've seen done, and that has been done by many scientists, because words, everything in the universe has a vibration. It can be affected by words. And so there's this experiment that was done where these apples were, in essence, you talk to them for, I believe it was like somewhere between 21 and 30 days. They had one apple that you talk to it with thank you, I love you, with you know, positive affirmations, with a lot of love. And then the other one was I hate you, you know, you're ugly, you're rotten, you know, kind of like with that emotion. And what was incredible was after the 30 days, there was a significant difference between the apples. The one apple that was spoken to with love, with gratitude, was in, just like you see there, was not rotten, was still ready to eat, was looking delicious, and nothing had changed. And in fact, and then the other one that had the bad apple, the one that you had spoken to with the negative connotation, with the negative words, with the negative emotion, ended up rotting. And so what does that say about what we do to ourselves? Like, you know, when we have those parts of us inside that we criticize, maybe if we make a mistake, or we experience failure, or, oh, why did you do that? You know, sometimes you've got that critic inside, and we tend to be our worst critic. And, you know, and you can pretty much follow that voice to childhood. Usually, if you dig in a little bit deeper, that voice usually can be followed to either a parent, or maybe it might have been somebody critical in your life. Or another reason is that critical part of you actually protects you. It might keep you small if you're afraid of success. It might keep you small because it doesn't want you to make mistakes, because one of the times that you made mistakes, or the times you made mistakes, you experienced a lot of pain. Or maybe there was, I'm not sure, my printer's going off here. Or maybe words are powerful. Or maybe there is maybe there's a reason that, you know, there's a part of you that wants to keep you loved. Maybe criticizing you for some reason keeps you loved. I know in my own specific example, my life example, I had a mother that was, you know, she didn't know any better, and she was critical because she was trying to keep me from making mistakes. She thought that that was positive enforcement. She thought that it would drive me to be ambitious. And it did. I was so afraid of making mistakes that I did. I ended up becoming a perfectionist. And then later on had to undo all of that. And now was able to turn that critical side of me into something positive. And so you don't have to criticize yourself into motivating yourself. I know that most of you are former athletes, and if you can remember any coaches that might have been positive enforcement, and others that might have been a little bit, on the negative side, the positive enforcement is usually the one that really, really motivates you. And so I invite you just to kind of think right now and just kind of touch on, do I have a critic inside, and is there a way that I can turn it into a coach? Can I coach myself into, and really this is what we're going to be learning how to do today, is to coach ourselves, into reprogramming our minds, into staying more positive, into staying more optimistic, so that we can be happier and more fulfilled and have a more enriched life. All right. And so right here, words are singularly the most powerful force available to humanity. So, and that is the truth. So in this slide, there is a scientist by the name of Dr. Masaru Emoto, and he did an experiment. He's a Japanese scientist. He did an experiment. You can find this. You can find this online. You can look up his name. His name is written on that slide there. He did an experiment where he discovered that water also holds consciousness. So these words, very similarly to the apple experiment, he spoke to a glass of water. I love you, thank you. And then the other one was like, you fool, you disgust me. And he froze the fractals, he froze the water, and then he looked at it under a microscope. And what you see is what was frozen in time. So the water that was frozen and that was spoken to with love and gratitude turned out to be beautiful snowflakes. And it was like, and he has like an array of all these beautiful examples of, and they look very angelic. And then on the other hand, you see the other side, water, and some of them, they look distorted. Some of them look even demonic, when you look into it. He ended up doing a further experiment, which I thought was very interesting, where there is a river in India that is highly polluted, and I believe is the Ganges River. Anyway, what they did was they've done experiments of bodies of water all over the world, and they took the water from that river. And the interesting thing is that river is highly prayed, that people pray on that river. And the fractals were like snowflakes, even though it was polluted. They did another experiment where they had a highly polluted water. It looked like a body of water. It looked very, again, distorted, demonic, the fractals. And then they had Buddhist monks pray on that body of water, pray and pray and pray. And then when they took another sample of that water, they were snowflake fractals. So, and it's this is a very important point because we are 70% water. And so not only are we also vibration, we are energy, but we also hold within us we are a small body of walking around like a small body of water. And if this is pretty clear here, this is a real scientific experiment, that you can see where there is actual proof that these affirmations work, that these affirmations, what you tell yourself matters. And so this is simply an invitation to dig further, and no judgment here, right? I invite you not to judge yourself. If you happen to have that critic, again, it's just your brain. There is a function, for some reason it's thinking it's serving you. And so today you get to reframe that. Today we're going to reframe. Today we're going to replace that critical voice or whatever those old statements, we're going to let those go and we're going to replace them with new. And the key here is going to be for you to, it's going to have to become a practice. And I'll give you some best practices in a few. All right, so why do these affirmations work? And so, we've pretty much proved that they do work quite powerfully. And so one thing about affirmations, so the way that we reprogram our brain is through repetition. And so that's how you got most of the habits you have now. The habits that you have now, and even the thoughts and the emotions and your state of being, the way that you behave, the way that you show up in the world was created by a repetition of behavior. and also a repetition of environment. So if if you lived in an environment growing up usually between the ages of 0 to 7, however, this can go on through even the adolescent years. If you experience a certain type of environment, then that is the environment that your body believes that it believes it's what the whole world is like. And so you end up holding on to those habits, holding on to those behaviors all through your adult life until you then have the opportunity to reshift it, reframe it. So repetition is the most powerful tool to imprint something into our minds and keep it there. And some of us, like I mentioned, we're in the habit of using the same negative words over and over again out of habit. And the problem is that that the more that we hear, read, or speak a word or phrase, the more power it has over us. And so the brain itself searches for patterns and consistencies to make sense of the world around us. And so really, it's like, for example, like it isn't until you burn yourself a few times that you realize that fire is hot. And so that is really it. So so really what we're going to do is we're going to really use the power of repetition. There was a research from the University of California, Santa Barbara, that shows that a weak message repeated twice becomes more valid than a strong message heard once. Okay, so this is really, so repetition is going to be the number one thing that we're going to do here. And you can use the affirmation on a daily basis. I'm going to show you a really powerful practice that you can do and you can utilize starting today. And the other thing that you can do is that works very well for me. But what it does is it requires you to remember when you're in the middle of the situation that you're using the affirmation for. So let's say that you are using a money affirmation, for instance, and you experience something where it doesn't feel very abundant. It instead feels more of like scarcity. And so in the moment of feeling that scarcity, if you can remember to say the affirmation that I'm providing you, or any affirmation that you decide for yourself that has to do with abundance, and you can say it over and over and over and over and over and over and over in the moment, now you're also reprogramming, you're also reassociating that pain with this feeling of abundance. The other thing is, it really requires you to believe. You might be saying these at first and you might not believe at first, because your brain is going to be like, that's not true, right? I don't feel abundant. In fact, it's scarcity, money doesn't grow on trees, whatever the belief is. But I invite you to keep going. And that's going to be really it. It's going to keep going and to continue to do it even as it, especially when you're in the middle of something that is the opposite of the affirmation. All right. So some of the benefits here, as you can see, they've been linked to increasing resilience. So meaning you are able to bounce back quicker, from failure, from being knocked down. Affirmations really provide you they really shift your environments, because you start to feel, and your energetic field, you start to feel more positive, you start to feel more optimistic, and you end up, and because we are creators, law of attraction says we're creators of our reality, you will start to see eventually a shift in your reality. You will start to see people will start to even shift around you, which is quite powerful. They have also been known to help with deteriorating stress. Again, because stress is, the definition of stress from an energetic standpoint is, I wish things were different than they are in the present, right? Like you may be stressed out over something that's come in, you may be stressed out over something in the future, and it's you not wanting it. It's a lack of acceptance. And so self-affirmation kind of reminds you, it grounds you into truth. It grounds you into the present moment. They've also shown to promote more optimism. And I think you can see why. Because even in the midst of something, either a negative experience, even though, in the middle of a negative experience, you can start to have this more of an optimistic outlook. And if and I invite you to put these affirmations all around you, everywhere that you can see, Post-it notes, on your cell phone, wherever, surrounding yourself with positivity. It's really powerful. They also make you aware, right? Because what you'll start to do is, as you're starting to repeat these self-affirmations, you will start to notice, oh, I say the opposite of that. You'll actually catch yourself. You'll actually catch yourself saying something opposite. So it will make you aware of any other negativity or any sort of, critical words or thinking that you might have. It also encourages a life of filled with gratitude, which is a really powerful place to be. Really, gratitude is all love, and that's a really positive force. And because love, optimism, gratitude really all has to do with the heart center. It does affect physical manifestation, because we are energetic beings. It will affect the physical body. So it has been proven to actually help your cardiovascular and your health itself, which is also quite magnificent. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some affirmations. So I invite you to get your, if you're ready, you can snap some pictures, you can write your favorite ones down. We're going to go through some of them right now. Okay. I'm trying to I'm not sure if you can help me here. Trying to get my screen I can't quite see all of this. The affirmations, because the pictures are, my mouse is gone. I don't know where my mouse is. Okay, I'm gonna try my best. All right, self-love. I am in the process of becoming the best version of myself. And so in hearing these right now, go ahead and snap your picture and write down the affirmations that you'd like. But I invite you to really close your eyes, and as I read these, maybe even bring your hands up to your heart, or whatever feels comfortable for you, but feeling these affirmations, and whatever resonates with you, that that's the one. Okay, yes, that's the one for me. All right, I am in the process of becoming the best version of myself. I am proud of who I am. I am grateful for the gifts in my life. I am enough. I am stronger because of my mistakes. Just take a moment here. Write anything you need to write down. And self-love is the first slide here, because I believe it all starts with self-love. If we don't have self-love, then the capacity that we have to love ourselves directly impacts the capacity we have to love another. All right, moving on. Abundance. All right. I'm going to have to exit out here for a minute. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. This is not working for me. Okay, let's play again. There we go. Abundance. Money comes to me in miraculous ways. Money comes to me in miraculous ways. I am deserving of abundance in my life. I'm open to receiving wealth in ways I may not expect. I love my positive, happy, abundant life. Life is abundant, and I am safe. So just take a moment here and write down anything that comes to you, any statements that you want to capture. And so that last statement, life is abundant, I am safe. Safety, it's interesting. Both of those, financial security and security in the world, are related. So when you feel safe in the world, when you feel secure in the world, you will also be abundant. So just noting that. And by safety, you might feel safety, like a safety triggered, like maybe if you know that it's hard for you to be vulnerable, or maybe you need to have control in some way in your life, or maybe you need money in order to be happy. These are for you. All right, moving on. Success. I am and always will be enough. I trust my intuition, and I always make wise decisions. I can let go of old negative beliefs that have stood in the way of my success. I can never fail, for everything that happens contributes to me being better. My ability to conquer my challenges is limitless. My potential to succeed is infinite. And so as I'm reading these, also notice if you feel a resistance, like, oh, something in your body might be a feeling of contraction. That also shows that it's for you as well, because there's a part of you that feels that it's not true, which is why you felt that sensation. Your body will tell you. Your body, the intelligence of the body is so magnificent, uncharted. We still don't know everything the body can do, but I can tell you that the intelligence that is in your body is also the intelligence that keeps the sun rising. So we know that we can trust that. And so if you feel anything in response to any of them, just jot it down. And it requires you to be present and to be connected. All right, moving forward. Health. I am healthy, happy, and radiant. I appreciate and love my body. I am pain-free and totally in sync with life. My body is always doing its best to create perfect health. Perfect health is my divine right, and I claim it now. And so go ahead and take a moment here. And another really powerful sort of, I think, note about these affirmations is because we are energy. And as you state these, especially with emotion, and you really feel it as you state it, you are programming, you are reprogramming not only your mind, but also your energy, your energetic space, your energetic signature. My body is always doing its best to create perfect health. If there's a part of you that doesn't believe that for some reason, maybe your body has, maybe you're dealing with some illness or something with your health, you get to reprogram it. And just noting that maybe there's an invitation for trust here, an invitation for you to trust your body. And maybe somewhere along the line, you lost that trust. And now that's where you get to work and that's where you get to explore. But these self-affirmations will help you. All right, love. I only attract healthy, loving relationships. I open my heart to love and know that I deserve it. I am worthy of love and deserve to receive love in abundance. I am manifesting my dream partner. Now, the word manifesting is, in essence, what you do, how you kind of interplay with the law of attraction. If you don't know what that means, it is basically you using your power of creation as a creative person, not creative meaning artistic, but we as energetic beings, and has been proven by quantum physics, we do create our reality. We do attract situations, circumstances, people, and exactly the way that they show up is also part of, it's really who we be. So these affirmations are what we're doing is we're clarifying your energy, clarifying your energetic state, so that, because manifestation and attraction, it's not about what you do, really is who you be. Who are you? And so, who do I need to be in order to manifest my dream partner? I need to be worthy of love. I need to open up my heart to love. I need to state and reclaim that I only attract healthy, loving relationships. And so these are helping you become what it is that you are looking to be, which is why they're stated in the completed state. Happiness. I am grateful to be alive. It is my joy and pleasure to live another wonderful day. Happiness is my birthright. I choose to be happy and I deserve to be happy. I'm deeply fulfilled by what I do and I love my awesome life. I once heard a story about a woman who used to complain all the time. And the minute she changed into more of like my awesome life, like I live an awesome life, awesome things started to happen. Imagine that. So, if you complain and what you're spewing out is pessimism and negativity, that's what you're going to experience. So I invite you to, really put these into practice. All right. Some of the best practices. So we start, some of these affirmations, if you wanted to create them on your own, a lot of them do start with the words I am. I am are the two most powerful words in the English language because they really do define. Anything coming after I am defines you. I am happy. I am stupid. Right? You were defining yourself as that. So really watching the I ams, the always, the nevers, all of those absolute statements, because what they do is they lock you into a reality where you no longer have room to progress. So like, I am anxious. Maybe instead you can change it to, I am experiencing anxiety. I am, and so I am ... For these, using the present tense, right? The completed state, stated in the positive, affirm what you want, not what you don't want. So I don't want to be sick, or I want to be healthy, right? Two similar directions, similar focuses, except you're basically saying what you don't want. And so when you're saying that I don't want to be sick, really you're calling in being sick, right? The word itself has a vibration. So keeping it positive, keep it brief, make it specific. And try to include one emotion or feeling word, because that's what draws you in. The feeling is what makes it all happen. When it's just a plain statement, if you can't capture the feeling, it's like the words, the words are the electricity, but the feeling is the magnet. Okay. Make affirmations for yourself, not others. And if you find yourself doing that, I invite you to think about why. Maybe there's something there. Surround yourself with these positive, uplifting words. I invite you to put them everywhere, on your computer, on your cell phone, wherever you are. I have a friend that writes her affirmations on her mirror, so she sees them every day. And this is also something that you can do with others as well. Like, I have an accountability partner, and this is something you can do with your partner as well. It's really powerful. All right, so let's go ahead and how to use affirmations. So we're going to go ahead and take a moment and use the affirmations that we've already written down. And so here are some directions if you want to snap a photo of this. Find a time and space where you can focus on your affirmations without interruption or distractions. Sometimes when we start to first use these, we get I've experienced in my own self and also in clients, that it might be a little kind of feeling embarrassing a little bit, like, oh, I have to say that out loud. That's totally okay. That's normal. So I invite you to, and also you want to be all focused. You don't want your focus to be outside of you, worrying about the kids or worrying, it doesn't take very long, a couple minutes, 5 minutes max, but really you want to feel this. If you want, and it's going to take you like commitment. Do you want things to change or not? So really focusing on these without interruptions or distractions. So you're going to begin by acknowledging that your words have power. So let's go ahead and do this together. Let's go ahead and begin by acknowledging. So I invite you to close your eyes for a moment. And if you'd like, you can put soft gaze down to the ground. But let's go ahead and begin first. Let's feel and believe that words have power. And now, take a deep breath. And now I'd like for you to go through your list and choose an affirmation. And you're going to repeat it 3 to 5 times. Let's go ahead and repeat it 5 times. Go ahead and look for an affirmation. I'm going to give you a moment to choose. Okay. And go ahead and choose your affirmation. And once you have it, I want you to first say it out loud with your eyes open, so you can feel it and learn it. Now I want you to bring your hands to your heart and try to really feeling that area of your heart as you're saying it. I am healthy, like as if the words are coming through the actual, the feeling, the essence of the words are coming through your heart, right? And go ahead and repeat that. Repeat these words 5 times. Deliberately, mindfully. We're not rushing through this. Just go ahead and repeat them like you mean it. Deeply listening to each word with the intention of letting it sink into your being. And with each repetition, imagine the affirmation rippling out into the world from your heart. Really feeling it as if it's true in this moment. Feeling the emotions of the words and seeing your affirmation fulfilled. And once you're done, ending the practice with a moment of gratitude for being able to be a conscious co-creator of your life. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. I get to change. I get to choose. I get to create a new reality. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And being grateful for the life that you're calling in as if it is already here. Wow, I am happy. Wow, I'm abundant. Oh my goodness, I am love. I am self-love. I am health. I am success. Thank you. What would you feel like as if it were here now? What would that feel like as if you were here, right? If you were all here right now, would you be jumping out of your seat? If that's the case, I want you to do that right now. You would be, if you would be joyful, if you were screaming, I want you to do that right now. Like that is feeling it. That is calling it in. That is like, I am abundant now. The how it's going to happen, you don't have to worry about that. You keep taking action. You keep, things will open up for you. All you have to do is believe, and all you have to do is keep this practice, but really feeling it. Something else that you can add here is visualization. So, if it's abundance, or let's say, just as an example, that you were like calling in as you're stating these abundant statements, at some point, maybe taking just a couple minutes and really seeing like what your life would be like with abundance. Like, what do you look like? What do you think like? What do you feel like? What do you walk like? How do you handle decisions from that state? How do you talk to others from that state? How do you make choices and make decisions? And, what car are you driving? What does your life look like? What is your behavior? What is your experience of like? How alive do you feel? And really feeling it. And the more that you feel it, the more you lock those particles into place, and that's the reality that you create. It's a really easy, powerful practice to do. And this practice, you can do these affirmations anytime. However, I invite you to do these in the morning, because it really does set the whole tone for your day. You will see that, if you wake up and take a moment to do your affirmations, you take a moment to visualize, to take some deep breaths and really feel success, you will have more of a success. The likelihood of success in your day will be more likely than if you don't do this in the morning. So I personally, my personal practice is, I have a very firm practice that I do in the morning, no matter what. And if I can't, I'll find time for it, because I truly believe in this power of creation. And, and I've seen it. I've seen something, where I've done the practice, the visualization, and things organize on their own like magic, right? The universe kind of helped you conspire and helped you bring people in out of the woodworks, like that. Or maybe that you found money. I found money somewhere that I didn't, or things just come in miraculous ways. And really, it's coming into this with curiosity. If you're feeling any resistance of like, oh, I don't know if that can be true, then there might be a part of you that doubts it. And so send that part of you love, and then tell it, let's just try. What do we have to lose? All right. So it's your turn. I would love to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and unshare right now. I believe we have, let me just read this one slide here. It is not the mountain that we conquer, but ourselves. So let's go ahead. I'm going to bring it back to, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to bring it back here. And we are going to share some of these affirmations. I'm sorry, I'm seeing some chats here, and I did not have access to chat while I was sharing the screen. So let's go ahead and share. I would love to hear your shares and some of the shares of these affirmations. So we've got plenty of time. So please go ahead and switch from all panelist view to all panelists and attendees, correct? I believe that's what we're going to do. You want to make sure so that everybody can see what you're declaring. Okay, I'm going to take a look. I believe we had some, let's take a look and see if there's anything here. Let me just go back and look. Great, you'll be able to see, yes, all of these awesome. So what are you declaring? Okay, let's take a look at these. Awesome, Drew, I am strong and I generate and radiate great energy. Yes, oh, excellent. I'm strong and I generate and radiate great energy. So really sit and feel that. What does it feel like to be strong and to generate and radiate great energy? I feel energetic just saying that, right? Really feeling that in your body. All right, Corey, I am happy, healthy, and full of love. Oh, excellent. I am happy, healthy, and full of love. Like really taking the time to feel what that feels like. What does it feel like to feel happy and healthy and full of love, right? And when you're doing a visualization, thinking about like, well, who am I when I am in the state of happiness, of healthy, and full of love? How am I thinking? How am I acting? You know, and taking, and really the key here, everybody, is not only stating this, but then moving into your life and taking a step as if you were that, right? So taking action. So if you are healthy, happy, and full of love, how am I in relation? And taking a step, choosing, deciding, speaking, communicating, being that person, that part of that who it is that you're stating. All right, I am a remarkable man and I am manifesting the partner of my dreams. Oh, I love that. I love that. I feel so much love for yourself in that. And that is the key. That's the key, because it all starts with you. Beautiful. I am operating at the best version of myself. Yes, yes, beautiful. So what does it mean to operate at the best version, right? So you say it and then hold yourself accountable to that during the day. Who am I when I am operating the best version of myself? How am I operating, right? And so if there's anything that's in contrary to that, like hold yourself accountable. If you are procrastinating, okay, is that operation in the best version of myself? Maybe not. Okay, so I'm going to send that part of me love, right? No judgment, right? Because we want love. It starts with us, right? Remember with the Dr. Emoto that science experiment is really important, and you still get to operate at the best version of yourself. So beautiful. I attract beautiful, healthy, and joyful relationships. Oh, excellent. So really feeling that. All right. So what does it feel like? If I attract beautiful, healthy, joyful relationships, if I'm able to do that, who do I need to be? That means that you get to be beautiful, healthy, and joyful, right? Because we are what we attract. And so really, like holding yourself accountable to feel beautiful, healthy, and joyful, so that you get to be an energetic match for those relationships also. All right. Oh, I am full of love and energy and strong. Oh, I really feel that. All right. And so same thing, Michael. So just really like, what does it feel like to be full of love, energy, and strong, and really seeing that happen? So when I am feeling in that, what does my day look like? How am I with others in my life? How am I working? Like trying to hold that vibration, not only stating it, but really holding that throughout the day. All right, Fred, I am abundance and have it now. I am so successful now and forevermore. Woo! Yes, beautiful. All right, so really like feeling that I am so successful now and forevermore. Like I get to keep that success. I get to keep that abundance, because abundance loves me. Abundance wants to stay with me, and really feeling that, taking abundant action. All right. Okay, I am a child of God. I am happy. I appreciate life. I accept success. I am healthy. I am loved and love myself. I am always thankful and grateful. I am a great dad. I am nice to myself. Oh, so beautiful. That was so beautiful. Oh, yeah, and really feeling into all of these, right? Wow, what does it feel like to be a child of God? What does it feel like to really appreciating life? I accept success. Yes, I deserve success. I get to have success. And there's actually really, I thought about this last night. I wanted to also state that just language in general is really important. So not only, like moving from I should or I have to into I get to. Okay, I get to, because it's like, it's such a different energy of like, should, oh, do I really have to do that? I get to do that. I get to be successful. All right. I am in the process of becoming the highest manifestation I was created to be. Yes. Oh, and I love that, because it really allows you to be in the process, to know that there might be ups and downs, but that you were still in process, that it's all part of the journey. I love that. Beautiful. I am boldly, confidently, and courageously achieving my dreams. Yes, boldly. Oh, I feel expression coming there. Confidently, courageously. Beautiful. So really hold yourself accountable. You know, like, all right, so I get to state that and I get to live it. So don't be surprised if you call in some situations. They're called, what are called initiations, where the universe actually organizes perfect recipes for you to be that bold, to be confident, to be courageous. And you get to step up, because it is stating it is very powerful. And then what we're going to move in by taking action is to actually embody it. Then you are really bold, then you are really confident, then you are really courageous, right? So really holding yourself accountable and taking the step and showing up. I'm back to being the man God has destined for me to be. Yes, way to declare that. I'm blessed and I'm now living life the way God intended for me to love. Ooh, sounds so alive, sounds so powerful. I love this declaration, sounds beautiful. Really feel that I'm declaring everything else from behind. I'm leaving behind. I am back. I am back. Beautiful. Happy, stress-free, health, and so blessed by God to love and be loved by others. Beautiful. Sounds so peaceful, and just so much love in that. I love that. And really, you know, and so in holding yourself accountable for that, like what decisions might you need to make, perhaps? Like if you're happy and stress-free and healthy, and so is there any, just kind of looking in your life, things will start to be apparent. Like, okay, so there's something in my life that is causing, that I can take away, that might be in contrary to that, might be causing me stress, might be causing something on my health. So it might amplify it, you know, so holding yourself accountable. If this is what you're calling, and if this is what you're declaring, that you might have to make decisions around you to do that, and trust that it will, you know, if that you have to close that door, a new one will open that will support you in this affirmation, in this declaration. God chose me as a leader, and I accept each day I'm growing to be a better leader each day. Yes, beautiful. I'm God's favorite, and God provides me abundantly for his favorite children. My being is filled with abundance, prosperity, and increase. Oh, excellent. I'm worthy. Yes. God reminds me who I am and whose I am, wonderfully and perfectly made to be. I love it. Beautiful. Yes. And remember who you're working for. Excellent. Thank you, everybody. That was so beautiful. Everything that was so beautiful. Do we have any more? Yeah. So I know that you're going to be able to have this. There we go. I'm full of love, happy, and I am enough. Yes, you are. I'm full of love, happy, and I am enough. You are more than enough. You're more than enough. And really holding on to those as you're going through moments of not feeling like you're enough. That might happen, and that's okay. And that's what these are for. These are going to be your life, the life raft. This is going to help you get out of that. It's going to help you be resilient. It's going to help you bounce out and remember, I'm enough, I'm enough, I'm enough, I'm enough, I'm enough. Like repeat it in the middle of whatever it is you're going through. That's why like these can become your mantra, right? This is what you use to get you out of these situations. All right, beautiful. I deserve happiness. I am worthy of love. I receive all the good things that are mine, my divine right. Yes, you do. Oh, yes. And feeling that like I deserve it. I deserve it. I've always deserved it. I'm worthy of love. You know, and again, you may experience situations where you get to show up now. I trust myself and my intuition with my finances work. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, opening her up. And that intuition is really, that's that intelligence of the body. And the more that you show that you trust yourself, and the more that you show that you trust your intuition, you will get more of those little nudges, the gut nudges of like, move this way, you know, take that stock, invest in that, you know, I am a good partner. Excellent. Thank you, Aman. Beautiful. Beautiful, everybody. All right. I am loving myself the way that God loves me. Ooh, oh, that sounds so divine. Wholeheartedly, without judgment. Yes. You know, and in the self-love, oftentimes the part of us that feels that needs to be loved the most is the little boy or the little girl inside. And so when you're talking to yourself, when you're loving yourself, that's who I invite you to talk to. Usually the case. I've worked with a lot of people, hundreds, maybe 1,000. And it's always the little boy or the little girl. So I'm loving myself the way God loves me. And it's a beautiful opportunity to reparent yourself, to be that mother, to be that father, to now get to hold the little boy and little girl inside of you without judgment, pure compassion and pure love. And sometimes that's all they need. And when the little boy, the little girl feels taken care of and feels safe, that's when the woman appears. That's when you rise to be king. I desire for myself what God has predestined to me. Yes. Oh, that sounds like so much trust and so much allowing of the unfolding, dancing the mystery, allowing for God to just, this is what you're destined for. I love it. Way to playful out, everybody. Yes. Okay, we've got some more here. I'm going to have the love and peace. All right, so hold on. So Tina, I invite you to say, I have. So I'm going is always this future step. So I have the love and peace past all understanding that God gave to me. I am experiencing the love has for me. I have a business that soars above the clouds and draws people into happiness. I am happy. I am healthy, and all positive energy comes to me. Beautiful, beautiful. I really felt that. I felt you screaming that into the heavens. I'm thankful for another day of sobriety. Yes, I am free from the dark cloud of alcohol. Wow, beautiful, powerful, powerful, powerful. And thank you for being vulnerable and for sharing that with us. I'm so grateful. Very powerful. I'm grateful. What are some key words to utilize during affirmations that will vibrate and resonate within, that will shape the water in our bodies? That's a really great question. Thank you. Anything positive. So when you're holding that state of gratitude or happiness or love, so anything to do with those love words. So, anything positive. So really, in essence, and you can pretty much know what's positive, it's all based on the feeling, really. It's really the feeling, the word, the vibration of the words. But for me, in my personal expertise, I would say love words. So I love, gratitude, yes, hope, forgiveness, exactly, peace, thank you, anything along those lines, and staying away from any of the negative, like stupid, idiot, anything critical or anything ridiculing, like hate, anything like I don't like you, I disgust you, like staying away from all of those, any of the critical, ridiculing ones. That's what we don't want. We want to stay with the love, the potency of love words, love, peace, wellness. That's where we want it. So it's more about creating the feeling. It's both. The words are powerful because in essence, what we're doing here, self-affirmations are powerful because you're reshaping your language, and language by themselves have a vibration. You actually have there are nerve endings in your mouth that create, it's like an instrument on the palate, on the top of the palate. So these vibrations, send signals all the way down your body. And it's also very important to create the feeling, because the feeling itself is what kind of makes it stick. It embodies it. And it's also what sends the signal out to create a reality. I'm moving forward, not just with my thoughts and ideas, but with my actions to turn ideas into reality. Yes. Not wondering how, but allowing things to manifest. Beautiful. There's I witness trust. I witness action. I witness like massive action. Let's turn my actions to turn these ideas into reality. I feel a beautiful declaration. I can't wait to see what you create coming from this, from trust. Like, yes, beautiful. Yeah. And so, which is why I invited you to do the visualization, because the visualization also, that kind of really invites the feeling. You can do it with your eyes open. In my experience, I've seen visualization work very well with eyes closed, where you actually visualize the whole experience. The other thing you can do if you don't visualize is just to take action from that state. So if I'm abundance, what does an abundant person do, right? An abundant person, makes abundant decisions. An abundant person thinks abundantly. The abundant person sees, even if it's like a bounce check, like an abundance person knows that money flows And so there's more of a neutrality. And so you can use, even in those limiting experiences of your life, like, don't be mad at them. Everything's coming up for you to show you, like, hey guys, you still have work to do here. Thank you. Awesome. And so you can actually use the limiting experiences to just really feel, all right, I'm feeling a little broke right now. All right, let me just feel this. I have a lot of shame. And as you feel it, you'll see that it'll dissolve, and then you move back into positivity. Is there a great book to help with all information so that we can continue this process you are teaching us? And there are tons of books out there for self-affirmations. I am trying to think of what I have. I don't know that I actually have a book, but I can send one. I can send one to the team. Oh, and Leslie just told me that they're going to have resources. So you're going to have everything that you need to do this. So don't even worry. They're taking care of you as always. All right. So just trust. NFLPA's got it. Check the website. They've already got the resources up there. So after this presentation, you can actually already go there, sounds like, and get the resources. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Any other declarations? We're coming up to the end here. Oh, questions. When you say visualize, do you mean seeing ourselves doing it through our eyes or watching ourselves like a screen? That's a really great question. I'm so happy you brought that up. Visualization. So you can start off by watching yourself in a screen if that's easier for you, if you've never visualized. Ultimately, what you want to do though is you want to become. You want to be looking through your eye, like looking out the world through your eyes. So you're like looking down and seeing yourself dressed. Maybe you're looking out and having a conversation. You're looking out and actually making a decision. So yes, it's actually through your eyes. But you can use that first step if you've never visualized before. You can first see yourself as a screen, and then you then become that person. That's actually a technique in guided imagery that you can do. Carefree meditation on YouTube, Deep Chopra. Is it okay to listen to the same one? Yes, absolutely. Whatever resonates with you, yes, keep listening. If it's working, keep listening. You're being called to listen to it. And then whenever you're ready to move on, your body will tell you. You'll be like, you know what? I'm feeling like this isn't working for me anymore. And then you can, trust. You can move on to another one. You can absolutely listen to the same one over and over again. Meditation and affirmation, can it be combined with prayer? Does it conflict at all? Can they all be? Yes, they can all be. And I do them all. I do meditation, affirmation, and prayer. I do prayer at night. Sometimes I'll do prayer throughout the day, depending on what's happening. But I meditate in the morning. I do affirmations throughout the day. I have programmed myself for in the moment that I need it. I use it automatically, the affirmations that I need to kind of help me get back to center. I also have affirmations in, all throughout my house. But yes, they're different. So meditation is more of a deep listening. It's listening to life. It's listening to like the divine, and prayer is speaking. It's speaking to the divine. So they're not in conflict. In fact, they work perfectly together. And affirmation is really talking to yourself. So, and kind of in calling it out there, talking, declaring like, this is what I am. This is my life. This is who I am. This is what I want. So yes, they don't conflict at all. It's a great question. Thank you for asking that. All right. Any other questions? Anything else? Think it, believe it, see it, achieve it, trust the process. Would these be forms to manifest? Yes. Yes. So you think it, and believing it is feeling it. So yes. So think it, feel it, believe it, see it, achieve it. And so achieve it for me is like take action in it. That's really what because achieving it is still like, achieving it is I would say more of take action in it. So use your will, choose, decide, take a step into it in that inspiration, and trust the process all along. Yes. And so manifestation, there's a surrendering to it. And surrender does not mean waiting. Surrender is not passive. Surrender is actually a union. You were telling life, you were telling the divine, you were telling the universe, I'm ready for you. I'm ready to co-create with you, right? And so there's a surrender. You say it, you think it, you feel it, you believe it, you take action into it, and then you kind of let it go. Meaning you're not gripping like I need this now, instead of like I trust it's here. I trust that I deserve it. I trust that I'm already feeling it in my body. I'm preparing. I'm not waiting. I'm actually preparing for it. So what do I need to prepare for in order, to make space? Maybe if you're calling in more clients, then you need to make space available for it. Or maybe, you want to write that book and you're making space available for it, like acting as if it's already here, acting as if it's already on its way here, right? So there's that level of embodiment. You're not just thinking it. It's not cognitive. You're actually taking a step into it, and you believe it so much that you're going to take action. You already see it happening, that you're taking action, you're preparing for it, and you're getting ready for it. All right. Beautiful. Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome, everybody. This is so my favorite. This is what I'm here for. So thank you so much. If there are any last questions, we have about 30 seconds left, I think. But I invite you to keep this practice going. You're in the right space. Enjoy the rest of your time here. It looks like you've got a beautiful lineup. You're going to have an amazing time, and just keep showing up. Show up as if. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful day.